I am so glad that you found this video. I'm a CPA. I've been doing this 31 years and I love it. And I want to tell you one thing. I am so excited that you are considering joining in this profession of being a certified public accountant, being a CPA.
JJ, the CPA is here.
I want to tell you a few things about this, but the first thing I want you to note is that you actually take on an identity, which means that once you're a CPA, you're a CPA forever. Now, there's other designations, and I'm not here to talk about those. I'm only here to talk about being a CPA. But what I'm telling you is it's the one and only designation in the business world that no matter what you do in the future, you always are a CPA. Other designations, they help. CPA opens doors because you're part of a tradition, you're part of a discipline, you're part of those that made it to get those three letters that already brings a reputation for you. So when I say I'm a CPA, what I know is that others know what that already is. And so there's a lot of advantage to that. But here's the other aspect. You're taking on this identity, so it is worth all of the work that you're putting in to not only go to college and get the extra college credits, and then to get the experience working with a CPA and passing the exam and the time and the effort. The reason I say that it's worth it is that you're not becoming a CPA to get a job. You're not getting it so you can get paid more. You're really not even getting it so that it'll open more doors for you. You're getting it and you're working this hard because you will forever be a CPA. So I want you to think of the time period in which college, the experience, and study for the exam. Now, I'm older than you, potentially, right? 51. First thing I want you to note is I don't even remember anything negative related to that. I'm only reaping the rewards. The second thing is I want you to think back, and do you recall things when you were in kindergarten? You're not going to recall the trials and tribulations of becoming a CPA. You're just not, because as you move through life and you reap the benefits and you have this identity, it will be so worth it. Now, the other aspect here that we're looking at is you are gaining tremendous advantage in the future by being a CPA. Let me tell you some statistics right now. And so if you are really looking at this logically, you're looking at your time versus your effort, right? The cost versus the benefit, and is this worth it? And everything you just said to me, JJ, sounds exciting, but it's not enough. Tell me more about then the business world advantage. So in the last 2 years, there's been over 300,000 that have left the CPA industry. Most accounting graduates are washed out of the business, as in they give it up, throw in the towel within 5 years. There's a 2-year average turnover in CPA firms. Now, hang on, you may think I'm going one direction, but I want you to note this. I'm going to show how you will have the golden ticket. Okay, so hold with me. This sounds negative, but it's not. The average age of a CPA right now is 43. Wow. And you ready for this one? In the next 10 to 15 years, 75% of current active CPAs will have retired and won't be in the industry anymore. I dare say we're in a little bit of a crisis, okay? So partly I want you to join to help in this, but the other thing I want you to hear, and hopefully you are already there, because you are smart, you get it, you stuck with this video, you really are interested, you really though need some more motivation, but here it is. You fast forward 10 or 15 years and you look around and there's not gonna be that many of you. What does that do, right? When there is low supply of something, what does that automatically do? It makes it more valuable. It then gives you more security. It potentially leads to making more money, right? It's okay to admit that. That's part of what we do and why we do it, and we work so hard for it. But you will look around and with not that many of you compared to where it was 20 years ago, compared to even what it is now, you will be so proud that you stuck with it, that you saw through it, that you didn't listen to those that said, you don't need to worry about that. You can still get a great job. You'll still make the same amount of money, right? Your friends want to make it easy on you. Why? Because they love you, just like family. They don't want to see you suffer or working harder than you have to. But I want you to remember this. They're not you, right? They're not going to actually walk in your shoes every day that you've got left to walk on this wonderful earth of ours. So when you now look at having an identity that lasts forever, and you now look at being less of us as we move forward, so that identity becomes more valuable, more sought after. You are not wasting time. You are not wasting effort. No matter if anybody believes in you or not, I want you to know this. I believe in you. I believe and know you will get there. I'm not going to give you my whole story. I'll give you a link to a playlist for CPA candidates, and you can peruse it and hear a little bit about my story. But here's what I want you to say, or here's what I want you to know. If I can become a CPA in the manner that I became a CPA, there's no way you can't. I'm a smart person. I'm not saying that. But the things that I had to go through, the things that I had to do, right? A lot of people do, but I'm just saying, if I can do it, you can. If I became a CPA, you can. And guess what? We need you. I need you. I would love to hear from you. Leave a comment. I'd love to keep up with you. I'd love to encourage you. I'd love for you to be one of us. Here's the last thing I'm going to tell you. You ready for this? Because this is what I did. And boy, it motivated me time and time again. So you're late, working late, and then you got to study late, or you're studying on a Saturday and other people are having fun. And you're like, what am I doing this for? Here's what I want you to do. Okay? I'm going to rip a piece of paper here. But I want you to sign your name. Okay? I want you to sign your name like you're giving an autograph. And then I want you to write behind your name, CPA. Because see right there, Joshua Jensen, CPA. I will forever carry those letters. They will be on my tombstone because I am a CPA forevermore. All right. Oh, we need you. Stay with it. It's worth it. You're going to love being a CPA. You're going to love the respect that you get. I'm telling you, it's the best decision you're ever going to make in your life because it's going to affect your entire life. What can you say about things in your life that have that kind of an effect? Whew. It's exciting. I'm telling you, 31 years still gets me excited to be JJ the CPA. All right, hey, thanks for tuning in. I'd love it if you'd subscribe. And then don't you ever forget, you've never met a future CPA quite like you, and you've never met a CPA quite like me. You have a great one. You got it. Go get it. Stay after it. You will pass. You will have those 3 letters after your name. I promise you.